welcome back to Medieval Dynasty. We got episode 25 today. Should be a fun one. We're going pretty heavy in the decor today. It's kind of our first major, like I'm a chair out, get in a good spot here. Kind of our first major decor video. If you've been around for a while and you were at Cherry Hill, you kind of get to the point where like a lot of stuff's running pretty efficiently. I've kind of been checking the economy and making sure everything's balanced pretty good. The one thing that does stick out is we used a lot of animal feed yesterday, but it's because I think we got the new animals. So we got to keep an eye on that. But otherwise, a lot of stuff is in a pretty good balance right now. We are getting a little extra honey, which isn't a big deal. We can kind of keep an eye on that if we have a little extra. I feel like our people are going to catch up making the mead. So, we're kind of watching that. And then I think the only change really was changing our kitchen around. I took off the roasted meat because we basically just use meat for everything for all of these now. So that's, I think the town's fairly self-sufficient right now. So we're going to get into a decor episode here and there. And today we're going to do one for the main entrance. So I got a plan here. And I'm going to use the sticks, so I'll kind of show people how I do that. I haven't really done that yet because I've kind of gone for just a very natural look, just kind of using the terrain to dictate where we put stuff. But for this one, and you can tell I kind of planned ahead on it, so we got that road and it just goes straight north, because the sticks use the cardinal directions. So again, I'll get into what I mean for that in a second, but cue Korean for the day. These decor episodes, when you're playing games like this, what's your favorite part of like decorating stuff? So I'm going to say my favorite part, and again, if you've been around for a while, you probably know, lighting. I love lighting. It's also a good test on the game. Like lighting is usually pretty taxing on a game engine and memory and all that jazz. So it's it's a good test. I had a good amount of lighting up in Cherry Hill, and the game still ran smoothly. So we're gonna do some more of that in this one. But I do have an idea of how we're gonna do this entrance, and then we should have time. I'm also gonna do the kind of that main seating area, just past like right over there. So we'll get into that. But yeah, let me know what's your favorite part of like decorating stuff like this is. Because I would say the other part is just making stuff look as natural as possible. And in some games, that's easier than others because you have, you can only use the tools that are given to you. And I'm one of those guys too. And I know I'm not on PC, but even when I was a big PC guy, I usually don't like mods. I don't know what it is. Some games I would mod a little bit, especially when they're older. It's nice like the mods that update the graphics and all that. Those I'm all cool for. But yeah, some of these videos you see, they're like, oh, like I built this, and then you look and it's just like heavily modded, and it's like, okay, well you got a lot of mods on there. That's why like a lot of this stuff looks so cool. But I feel like the real challenge for me is, can you make something look natural and cool without it being like modded all to hell? So like, I don't know. I like that on console, and I mean some console stuff's going to mods, but it's all optional, right? Like play the way you want to play. I just like the challenge of trying to make something look cool and natural with what the game tools are given to you. I don't know. It's just me, I guess. But yeah, my favorite part, though, is lighting. I would say lighting, and then second is just, can you make something look natural with like the game tools? So yeah, let me know what your thoughts are on what you like. I got a feeling some people like when they build, they want everything as straight as possible. So like if that's you, you're gonna like this episode compared to like some of my other building stuff, because this is actually like I said, I did plan the entrance out ahead of time, so I knew I was gonna want to do this eventually or something along these lines. So yeah, so let's get started. Here's what we're gonna do. So when I say I'm gonna build with the sticks, if you go into your buildings and you go into farming, you have the field and the orchard, and you can have sticks with these. Like once you place something down, and also the other thing I like to do is I like to get my hammer out, and then this just kind of like color codes some stuff for me, right? So if we go into here, we go into farming, and I'm going to use the orchard sticks, right? But you can kind of see like where your sticks are going to be, and I'm going to use like kind of the inside of these. So you got to kind of determine, and we're going to use like benches and like tree stuff. So I got to determine, I kind of like this spot, but I was kind of debating between there and there. So I'm going to go there. But then what you do is you can put down your, your orchard or your field, and it basically gives you measuring sticks. So we're going to use these. See how that, like, the sticks pop down? Like, you don't actually build with on it. You're using the sticks as like a measuring device. So again, that's why I made this road going perfectly north-south. So I can put those sticks there, and then I'm gonna go all the way down, because we're gonna space some stuff out, and then we're gonna have that entrance point down here. And then on the other side, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do trees, just kind of spaced out trees along this river part. I want this kind of open. This would kind of be like, if you're walking, like, there's your stuff on this side, there's a couple trees on this side, and the river to kind of look at. So that's kind of my thought process here. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna space stuff out on the sticks. So I've kind of, I think this is gonna work. I've kind of planned it out ahead of time. We got enough planks, it looks like. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a bench down, and again, we're gonna use these sticks as markers. So I'm gonna try to find like that, kind of like that halfway point. Right, we're gonna go onto it, bring it down, and then, like, as soon as it goes green, that's gonna be like my measuring thing. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna put a shrub down, like a tall shrub, a flower pot, a tall shrub, and then we're gonna go bench next. Okay, and this is what this will do is it should spread everything else for us. So tall. Oh, the other thing, when I do these decor episodes, it depends on what I'm doing. Usually, I'm not going to do like a time lapse or anything. I like doing the whole build with everybody. I feel like I get good comments out of that, because as you're watching it, you can be like, oh man, I wish you would have done like that, or like it might give you an idea. Some of the stuff where it's like real boring, like if I were to line this with something like flower pots or something, then yeah, I would do a time lapse. But for this, I don't think I'm going to. So again, evergreen shrub, flower pot, shrub, and then we got this. So this one I'm going to kind of put, yeah, I think I'm going to put it like in the middle there. You won't be able to tell once these sticks are gone. So evergreen, flower pot, evergreen, bench. And then I don't know what I'm going to end on. Evergreen, flower pot, evergreen, bench. Oh, this actually works pretty darn good. There we go. Okay. So now we've got our benches, and we'll have to do the lighting after, because I'll have to take those fields out of there. But we will be doing some lighting stuff, so don't worry about that. Okay, so now we got that part done. So now we're going to go into... I'm trying to think if there's anything else I wanted to say in the very beginning of the episode. Sometimes I get so excited about what I'm doing that I had like all this cool stuff I wanted to say before the episode, and then I forget. I think I said most of the stuff. I went over the Q creant. I guess the other thing is just, thanks for all the support. Support and comments on the medieval series are always awesome. Bellwright's gotten really good. I'm friggin' loving that game. Yeah, if you like this game, check out that Bellwright series, because I don't know, it's very fun. I love the building in it, the automation. It's really neat. The top-up system, man, I tell you, if this game gets that, this game is gonna be. It's light years ahead of like what, like in here you got to kind of manage it and they just kind of go, but there you get to like tell them like, hey man, like once you've made those 10 iron bars, you can slow down, You can see just how I'm using the sticks. Again, just spacing and keeping everything in line. And then we'll see. I think I'm going to go with the big round. This should be the last one, right? Yeah, the big round flower pots. And I don't think this build's going to take too long, actually. It's not going to be too bad. Oh, yeah. All right, so we've got then some flower pots. And I think I'm going to... Which one was it? I think it's this one. I do like this one for a lot of stuff. We're probably going to use this one in the next area that we do. We're going to try to do 2 builds today. I think we can, because I don't think this one's going to take us too long. But yeah, if we take that flower pot and we put it in the middle there. Yeah, I think that's going to be a nice little, it's not going to be too cluttered. It's going to give us a nice little path. Don't worry, we'll put some flowers in here. We'll probably alternate flowers or something. I don't know. There's some I like using more than others. I know, man, it was a while ago. But I know I was talking to, because we get a lot of people from Europe that watch the channel. Well, I think I've kind of mentioned that. It's like 67 countries or something like that. You know, last year watched the channel, a lot of European ones. And I was talking to them about the dandelions. And it's like, yeah, over here, dandelions like a weed. Like, we just get rid of them. But yeah, like in some countries, you know, it's just more of a, they use it for way more stuff, which I think is cool. All right, so if let's put that away for now. So what do we want to put in here? Now I think this is cool. I like these flower pots because they give you like a big ol' flower, right? I think I want to alternate between, I do like the daisies. Pretty much all of them but dandelions. We could use all of them, I guess. How many do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. Never mind, we're going to pick our favorite 4. So I think I'm going to go, let's go chicory there. We're going to go thistle at the end. Let's go chicory, henbane, okay, yeah. So chicory, and then chicory, henbane, St. John's wort. And yeah, I feel like this little build right here kind of gives you an idea of how I like to do it. I really like just a easy, natural, like, look of stuff. And in this one, I'm really trying to... Who was it? Oh, somebody had a good idea. Like, I forgot about the stone fences. We will use fences. A lot of the stuff I really... Just because we fenced in a lot of stuff in Cherry Hill. So for this one, I'm going to try to use more natural stuff to create, like, visual barriers and whatnot. And again, I am definitely no pro when it comes to build stuff by any means, but hopefully I can make it look good enough. And then let's go to our fences. I don't remember... Yeah? I don't remember which gate we were going to go with. I think we were going to use this one. I kind of like this one. But yeah, we'll just do just a little gate coming into town. Are you straight? How straight are you? I think that's pretty straight. And then, actually, you know what I'm going to do? Again, get that hammer out. It's going to give you a good look at where the actual center is. See, and then you can kind of like eyeball it up this way, right? And that should make sense. So, like, that should be pretty even. I don't know. Is that going to look okay? Let's see. Can always move it. Yeah, I think that gives it a nice look coming in. Do we want to put lights out in front? So this is sometimes where I'll put like a fire bowl out here. Oh, you stupid. We don't have any clay bowls. Are we not using... Yeah, I guess we're not using clay bowls for anything. You know, we could do something like this, but I think we're going to have lights in there, so... I think that'll be fine. All right, before I put the lights up behind the benches, we could also do... do we... Let me see here. We could do... These are pretty big. These are small. Those are small. Oh, how are these looking? So I could do something on, like, the sides. That's not too bad. Problem with some of these is, yeah, see how, like, it's kind of far away? So apparently there's an obstacle here. That's why these get kind of tricky. Because, like, it should be fine there. I don't know why it's not. But we ran into that last time where it's... Yeah, see, I don't know. Sometimes the ones on the sides of the bench, like, I think that looks good, but it just doesn't want to... It doesn't want to give it to me. Maybe we could do the little ones? See, I think the other ones look better, is my, alright, my case there. I don't know, I guess that looks okay. Get away with some daisies on the side there. Yeah, see how much better that one looks? What was this one? Yeah, that one's not bad either. Let me try this. Yeah, see, I like that one. I like that one. I guess we could go... Yeah, see, like, why are you not friendly right there? I don't know, I guess... Maybe get away with that. I mean, we could alternate the flower pots too, I guess. Let's see. Will this one go here? Okay. I hate you. Yeah, I don't know what the obstacle is. Oh, I think it's the... Ah, hold on. Let me... okay, I think that's what it is. I think it's the field. So let's do the little tree things quick. And then I'm going to come back and do the flower pots. Because that might be what it is. That's why that one was working so good. All right, so... I'm thinking I would want probably trees where the flower pot is. So we're going to go trees across from the flower pot because I don't want to obstruct vision. And I think we're going to use birch trees for this because we have a lot of birch trees. I'm going to use more maple trees once we get into town. I got to start buying more maple trees is the thing. All right, so again, here I'm gonna kind of eyeball this. So if I put it straight there, all right, I'm gonna kind of just do something like that.
I need to drink something.
Oh, the guy's starting to get whiny. No, the reason I don't want to go too far in is because of the water. All right. Yeah, we'll put that right there. Yeah, that looks nice. And then, and these are gonna take. These are gonna. Oh, barn number 3. These are gonna take a minute. That's actually really good because we might need more people to do the. We might need more barn workers if we're running low on animal feed.
Dry.
Calm down, buddy. I'll get you something to drink in a second, Joyce. All right. So again, nothing too crazy, but that should give us a little bit of a lining of trees. Now, what we can do is now that I got my trees in, now we can destroy this. Okay, everything's all lined up. Let's see if that makes those flower pots a little better. I think it might.
I need some water.
All right, buddy, come. Drown you in this water. Should we eat some of this poisonous food that we got that's kind of going bad on us? Does honey ever go bad in this game? I don't know. How's this gonna... Oh, yeah, look at that. Look at that poisoning going up. Start yakking. All right. I don't know why I'm eating that. I should just throw that crap out. Or throw it back in there so it turns into rot. We got a million things of food. I probably will after this. All right, so let's try this again. I like these. We might go daisies on this. Do we do there? Oh yeah, there we go. Okay, I think this is gonna work. Let's get all these in. I feel like this would be a nice little, a nice little boardwalk into town. I'm pretty big into that. In Bellrite, you know, I don't really have that yet. But that'll be something I'm probably gonna get into. We just unlocked a lot of tier 3 stuff, so. Man, is it expensive. Big fan of the building in that game. It's they tried to make it very realistic. If you hate like it taking you, like if you want to move a building and put up a new building, if you don't like the fact that it's going to take you like 2 hours, you wouldn't like the building. That look at that, people are sitting down already. They're like, hey, this place is nice. No, stupid. Okay. Hold on. All right, lady, I don't want to like. I'm not gonna punch her off of it. Hold on here. All right. Ah, crap. Let's see here. Do I just move the road over a little bit, or do I move the bench over a little bit? Because the spacing is where I wanted it. Oh, man, I am such a dummy. I think I'm gonna move the road. I think we're gonna move the road a little bit, because we can have that go in there anywhere. All right, let's see here. Now let's have the road go on the side of this flower pot. All right, we got fixed that. Yeah, it's one of those things, you know. You try to plan for what you can, but you can't plan for everything. I do kind of want that to go straight up and down that way. All right, let's see if we can fix this up here. So it's gotta go there. That might be pretty straight, anyways. We'll make it look the best we can here. Oh yeah, it's not too bad. Right. Yeah, I think that'll play. I don't know. Is that gonna bug me though? Could just move it over just a smidge. Problem is I'd have to get it over to there. Let's do a slight rework here. A little bit of a road rework. I feel like I can probably connect it into there. Oh, sorry, I keep doing that. Okay. Let's make this look good. Okay, bring that to here. Okay, and then we'll go. Just have a little bit of curvature in the road there, no big deal. Oh yeah. Yep, and then that is, yep, in the grass a little bit. All right, problem solved. Yeah, that looks good. All right, so now we've got those. Now here comes the fun part. Oh, actually, hold on. Let's get our. We might have this. I'm gonna put daisies in here. We might have this timed perfectly. It's starting to get a little dark, so then we can see how it looks at night. Oh, look at that. We got people enjoying the view already. So, well, one of the nice things about these benches, and I know the sun's gone down a little bit too far now, but like that's gonna be a sweet view right there, right? That might be the best view in town right there. One more. Okay. So here is where we can do this. And I'm gonna probably go into that view. What we're gonna do is we're gonna split the bench, and then as soon as it kind of is in the green, there we go. It should go right over them. Now we'll have a nice little lighting, kind of a lighted area as you walk as well. Hardest part is just getting that lined up right there. Yeah, I'm just gonna split the bench. As soon as she turns green, that should make it look nice and uniform. Sorry, I know it's getting dark, but I don't want to see how this looks at night. It's like we started off the episode. This is my favorite part, the lighting. Now that we got a little bit of wool thread coming in from the sheep, we got the flax fields being harvested. We should be able to really get our light sources kind of going and looking nice. Oh, and there it is. Okay. So yeah, something like that. That's kind of what I was thinking. You know, you kind of walking into town here. It's got a little bit of a cool little seated area, right? I'd sit down there. Hey, hi, lady. How you doing? Okay. All right. Well, fine. It's just like real life. Okay. Yeah, everyone's like,
Plus one at least.
this dude will hang out. He'd probably have a drink with me. All right, cool. He's like, yeah, he does. Women problems? Yep. She's like, get him away. All right. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking there. I think I don't know. I think we got a little success. Worked out pretty good. Looks nice. So yeah, let me know what you think. I feel like once the trees start growing too, you know, once these trees start kind of budding up, we'll have some you know, some trees lining the path as well. But yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking for the path. I kind of want to keep stuff simple like this. But I think that looks pretty nice. The big part's like, what are we gonna do in all these other parts of the path? Honestly, I don't know. I mean, I feel like we're probably gonna put up lights. Eventually, we'll put up lights on like the side of the bridges, maybe. Something, I don't know, something like that. Again, sorry, I know it's dark. What was the other idea I had? Was it putting up something like this? You know, like on the side of all the bridges, and then we could do like lights in front of that. I don't know. We'll see. Let's go sleep for the night, and then we can get to work on the I don't know, a little bit of the town square. Yeah, I think timing-wise, I think that worked out pretty good. First half of the episode's the entrance. Second half, we'll do the little town square thing. If you have ideas before we head over there. Yeah, I think that looks nice. Once this whole place is looking, you know, I mean, it's not all. I'm not gonna line everything like that, but you know, we're gonna do something. I think it'll look pretty sweet. Eh. Let me know. So the last time in the market we had, I forgot what it was. It was like that totem thing. We put that in the middle. I am thinking of putting, let's see, shrubs. So not berries, but I'm thinking of lining this with shrubs on the inside. Like all the way around, we'd have different colored shrubs and flowers. And then I would just put like a couple lights that kind of lean over on the corners. That's kind of what I'm thinking for the market area. But if you have any ideas for the market area, let me know. I think that little flowered bit, it's a tiny square. I think that little flowered bit would look pretty sweet. Really, calm down, buddy. But yeah, so let me know if you got any cool market ideas. Oh, we do have barn number 3. That'll probably be a next episode thing. I'm going to try to go back and forth probably now between, like, this will be a decor episode, next episode we'll do something different, but, I mean, I really don't think there's too much else. You know, we're not going to do the story in this series because we did it in the last series. So, I'm not too sure. But yeah, we do need to get that barn 3 up probably. Well, I mean, we're going to anyways because it's an upgrade, but... Alright, so here. This is going to be our little square, right? And we have the big majestic tree is going to be here. That's going to be kind of our centerpiece. And again, I want to keep a lot of the river open. I don't want to I want to put up stuff along the river. What I'm thinking we're going to do is when I do these kind of things, I like putting up the trellises. So this is going to be kind of walled in. But we're not going to use walls. We're going to use these short evergreen. Oh, was it that one? Was that the one I was going to use? Yeah, because that's the tall one, right? Yeah. Is that the one I was thinking? Shrub. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, so we're going to use that. And we're going to line it with shrubs, and we're going to have these trellis entrances, right? I think we're going to use a square one. But what I like doing for this is we're going to put the entrance down first, like where we want it. So let's say this is going to be an entrance, and then we'll put an entrance over here too, so people can get in. And now in the past, I've done it where I line the inside with roads here. So, you put that down, and then it kind of makes this all, it basically clears all the ground and whatnot. I don't know if I'm going to do that this time. I think what I'm thinking of doing is putting down some benches around the fire. And I think I'm going to have roads that would kind of replicate, like, if you came in here, like a worn path. Right, so like instead of the whole thing looking like that, I think I'm gonna do that and see if we can have, again, it's kind of that, it's a different look than Cherry Hill, and I'm kind of just going for that, like, that natural look, right? So let's get to work on that. We're gonna take their sitting stumps away. I think I'm just gonna do a bunch of benches around the fire. Probably some benches on the exterior, and some flower pots is kind of what I'm thinking. So let's see. Let's see if we can do this. I thought there was another. Hold on. There's got to be a. Okay, here it is. Hedge fence. Yeah. Okay. So I was like, man, I know there's a different thing I was thinking of doing. And this takes the hedge seed. So you can do a tall hedge, which again, we'll use that for something. But I kind of want to use the low one here. So the nice thing here is you can go from here, and then we're gonna just go right to the bridge. And that'll be our little, I'm not gonna call it a barrier, but that'll be, you know, like, that'll be the I don't know, not barrier, but like the, kind of like the sightline disturbance or whatever, you know what I mean? So it's not wide open, right? I want this little square to be kind of squared in. Is that straight? Good enough. Right? It's that medieval building. It doesn't have to be straight. I'm gonna go right along the grass line here. And then you can just connect it up to this other one. And I like that it lets you kind of go inside of it a little bit. Hey, okay. And then that's good. And then I'm just gonna go along to here, right? Because again, I want the see, I keep doing that now. The open view of the water. That'll be kind of an ongoing theme for this village. All right, so we're just gonna just have this go to like about there. Jump for joy. Okay, and then so you can see each little chunk uses a seed, which I've been loading up on the seeds best I can. That's basically what I've been using my buy for every day is. Oh, that's right. I didn't put up the challenges in the beginning. We'll see. Maybe I'll just throw them on there. Look at that. Oh, I like how that just goes like right into that bridge there. Okay, so you can kind of see we got a little bit of just like a little natural barrier kind of thing as you go in here, but you can still see in there. That's what I like. And then we got our fire. So now around the well. How do we want to do this? Should I put in... So I'm kind of thinking of putting in some benches around the outside. Let's put our interior benches in first. We'll have some of our benches, right? Just kind of around the fire. And then maybe we'll have do some chairs on the kind of the other side. Let's see. And chairs. We didn't unlock any. What kind of chairs do we want? Probably one of these two. I don't know which one I like better. Let's see. So we've got this one, which again we can put like a chair there, or we've got this one. Maybe we'll do both. Why not? I don't know. What do we think? Sure. Kind of gives it a little bit of a different look. And then we'll put a couple chairs on the other side. All right, we'll do that one. And this one. All right, so we've got some seating. People can hang out, sit down. We're gonna have that big old tree kind of like going over everything right there. I think that'll look cool once it sprouts up. And then I'm thinking over here, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna do not tables. I'm gonna do benches. I wonder, do we want that one? Kind of got more of a rusticy look to it. Maybe we'll do those on the outside. So what I'm thinking is we're gonna do. We're just gonna have some nice little. Ooh, hold on. Do we want? Oh, we got the pregnant lady. Oh, look at her holding the belly. Do I want lights here? I kind of do. more lights, the better. I'm really gonna tax the game here with all the lighting I'm gonna try to put up. So let's do, and you'll see what I'm doing here in a second. I'm gonna do a light there, and then what am I gonna have here? I kind of want to do an angle, but at the same time, that's gonna be tricky. I'll do one here. Do I want to have them on the water? Might actually be pretty neat, too. Ooh, we could have... Yeah, should we have the bench look right at the water or back to the water? That might be neat. I'm going to put... Yeah, maybe for our water people, we'll put a light there. I might be running low on this stuff, too. I gotta be a little careful here. Yeah, not enough resources. So we're running low on the wool, so we'll have to probably finish this later. But here's what I'm thinking. So now we can put up these benches in front of the light. And we'll go flower pots on the side. Hey, Matt. Right, a little bit of that. And then we're gonna put some long flower pots on the side if we can. Again, this wasn't what I was planning on doing, but usually that's how it goes. I don't know if you remember in Cherry Hill, if you saw that one, the fishing village. I had an idea, and then it turned out completely different, but I really like the way it turned out. Let's just put all of our benches in. Yeah, so I'm gonna have these people like sitting here, and then this is like the, man, you know, maybe you're not feeling social and you want to just like sit out and look at the water. Right. Right there. Okay. All right. Now let's go flower pots. The other thing I was thinking of doing is you could put like a table, like kind of on the side, and then throw some like empty bottles on it and whatnot. I think that looks kind of cool too. We'll be doing a lot of that stuff. We'll be like putting stuff at the bar and whatnot. Let's finish this one off. We should get some wool rolling in here pretty soon, and then we'll finish this off. Maybe we'll do a little cut quick, and then we'll wait till our people get more wool. I think we got like 20 wool coming in a day now, so it's not too bad. All right, what do we want here? Have we used the dandelions yet? All right, we'll put dandelions in this one. So we'll have something there. And we'll put some chicory here. And let's do daisies here. Again, I don't know. So we're all just kind of shooting from the hip. There we go. Got, you know, you want to go hang out down here and look at the water? Or you want to sit around the fire? That's all right. Let's see. So yeah, I'm kind of thinking we'll put. Do we want one more right there? I don't know. It's gonna start to get busy if we do that. What I was thinking of doing. This might take a little finagling, or we could just do it like here. I don't have to like do it in the very, very corner. But if we do one there. Put you there. And you there. Okay. And then, yeah, I'll put that there. And then I'll need another light back there, right? That kind of like, yeah, kind of splits it a little bit up. All right, so now with the roads. So I want a road going in there, obviously. And then I feel like it's going to divert this way, right? There's going to be like people are going to want to go that way. And then it would also kind of divert going this way. Yeah, man. All right, people would be like, they'd probably be walking to like there, right? Okay. And then you'd also have a road coming in here. I don't know, the road thing, I don't know if I'm sold on yet. I don't know. I might change the road thing around a little bit. I was kind of just thinking, you know, like it's just kind of like the paths, right? Like the paths of where people are walking would go like right here. Right? And then, you know, there'd probably be one that cuts across. So, yeah, so, you know, you come in here, and then, yeah, you kind of got, like, your beaten paths of where people go to, like, hang out. Right, there's one right there. And then I don't think I'm going to put anything in here. Right? Kind of come over here, go over there. Yeah. I don't know. Let me know what you think. I don't think that's too bad. We got any wool yet coming in? Aw, you buttheads. Get those sheep sheared. What do we need? We need just one more light. So I'll tell you what we can do. You know, we got a little time. Just in case people are brand new. You can do this yourself. Do I have a shears on me? I don't think so. Okay. You can see our people are doing a pretty good job of keeping up with everything. So yeah, if we go into our inventory, you just gotta equip that. Let's just put it there for now. Where's Philly? Go over here, Philly. We got work to do. Let's get this, little meeting place. Get it all finished up. Oh, yeah, and then, I don't know, next Decor episode, probably do the market. I think we'll do the market and maybe the kitchen area, because then in the kitchen area we can start to get into some of those workstations, which those should be, like, new and improved. So you should actually see, like, people working there. Oh, we can do, like, the resource storage area, too, because that's kind of over by the kitchen. Where's our fold? Isn't it this one? You sheepies you got some wool on you? No? Okay. Did I do this a little bit? Oh, there we go. So yeah, you can come up to him. You got your shears on you. And then he just does a little snip snip. And there you go. We got 6 wool. So we can put this in the... We can go put this in the inventory box, and that'll give him a little extra wool to start going. But yeah, we got... the goats literally do nothing, but that's okay. They look cool. You know, I build them this whole big freaking pen, and they just, like, stand right there. They'll come out here and, like, run around and whatnot, but for right now, they're just kind of hanging out. Oh, look at that. And you can see in the top left, our, right, a lot of our stuff is starting to kind of balance out, which is nice. Hopefully our brewers pick up. We're just a tiny bit... We're selling more than we're making, which is fine. You know, like, they're selling it as it comes in. But it also means we got a little bit more room to make money with, like, what we have. So they will get better. They're, like, the last ones we employed, so... Oh, man. Actually, you know what? We gotta go drop this off so our people can work with it. Oh, my food and water. Hold on. Sorry, I didn't even know if my guy's been complaining. Sorry about that. All right, let's put those back in there. I'm just gonna let that crap go bad. We got like a million. Oh, that's right. I remember when we picked these, I forgot to put them in there. Let's take an apple or a berry juice. I like this. You can just like come here and be like, all right, what are we gonna? We got some cherry juice. Ooh, a fish tart. I'm gonna have a berry juice and a fish tart. Yes, very nice. Look at all those buffs we just got. All right, give me a little sip from the stream. It's probably healthy. Let's get our wool in here. If we got a little extra time, we'll probably put up that, I don't know what all this stuff is from. Just random crap. Might be from me breaking stuff down, too. I'm not sure. We'll put the shears back. And we'll put this back on us. I remember in the first one, like Cherry Hill, early on, a couple people were like, "Why do you carry so much crap?" And it's like, I don't know. You never know when you're gonna need it, man. But it's only 26 pounds, 85. It's not too terrible. All right. I like how the pregnant lady is just like hanging out here. It's nice. Wish I had like, I don't know, something for you to do, I guess. But all right, is that wool? Oh, come on, buddy. You gotta get that thread going. All right, I want to get that done. How are we doing on time? Oh, we're doing pretty good. Let's go put up the big fancy barn. I think we got the resources. That'll give our weaver a chance to get some of that wool done. Oh, yeah. The houses, too. We got to do shutters. Oh, man, there's so much to do. We got shutters and lights and all that crap. These people need a big house yet. We can see how are we doing on that. Let's get the barn up first, but oh, look at that. We're at 2 and 1. That's the lowest we've been by far. Oh, yeah. Put those guys up a new house, too, if we got time. Let's look at the barn, because now that we're good there... Oh, look at that. We're getting close to the windmill, too. It's kind of the nice thing about, you know, summer and fall. Now that we got the bigger fields up, we're getting more XP through our farmers. Yeah, the windmill will be sweet. Then we can get more, just better flour production. Yeah, your wheat just goes further for you. So yeah, barn number 3. Buildings. What is that under? Farming. Barn 3. So let's go over here. Put that up. We got to remember to re-employ all those people here. Yeah, let's get this bad boy up. The resources are in a pretty stable spot, I would say. We haven't had to, like, build a ton of stuff lately. Now that we're... Oh, God. Now that we're pretty good in having everything up. Another future episode coming up here we got to probably do sooner rather than later is the... kind of the village of where it's just going to be houses. We need that going pretty soon because yeah, people are starting to have the babies. We got tons of food and water and all that stuff, so that shouldn't be an issue. I think that's everything. Let's see. Does it show the... I thought it showed the installation on these buildings, too. Maybe I'm missing it. Yeah, I think we got most of it, if not all of it. Looks pretty good. How much do I have left? Okay, not too much. All right, so that's the new and improved barn. So let's get our peeps working back there. All right, who's not working? Use and use and you. I think we only had 3 there, right? Let me double check. Yeah, because I think we were at 3 of 4. But now that we got the new and improved barn, now we can get 6 people in there if need be, which is right, pretty solid. And I know we brought it up earlier. Let's look at let's see. Animal feed. Okay, so yeah, I think that day we just used 55 was because we got all those new buildings and animals, so they had to like stock it, right? Yeah, so we're in the positive. So I think we're okay for now. Because it is the challenge that we should have the best houses available. Do we have time to do this quick? Yeah, I think we do. Let's move you. Yeah, so in Bellrite, this takes a very long time to just like move something like this. I'm just gonna put it in there for now, so we can build the other house. But to do that, long time, because it's like they're trying to be realistic, which I really like. I know that wouldn't be for everybody. But I think it's pretty sweet. All right, obstacles. I think we gotta drop these trees here, which is unfortunate. But we will be planting a lot of trees as we decorate stuff. We gotta take these. These will be in the way. probably, so we're just gonna take them. All right. Yeah, I'd say we had a pretty successful episode. If you're brand new, you kind of see my building style. I like to keep it simple, just make it look natural. Some of the stuff will be a little bit more than what we did today, but all right, we're just going for that homey look. All right, I want to give you a little bit of room. Where's the clay? I don't think it matters, but we got our excavation people getting clay. We can put you back there a little ways. Kind of a nice little spot right there, I think. All right, let's get this bad boy up. And this will be our. I'm actually gonna have to look at that. I'm not sure, but yeah, we'll put windows. Actually, kind of like this view. Get a little view of the orchard. Actually, the back view's not too bad either. This view's leave a window there. Oh yeah, tons of stuff. Might have to look at our wood people again. We're bringing in a ton of logs, and we're not gonna need as many anymore. I think I already slowed them down. All right, what do we got here? Some straw. Yeah, we got straw, straw, and this would be the light one. How are we doing there? We're starting to get some thread in. I'm gonna have to look at our weaver. I feel like I think it's a he, is going like uber slow. It might be the barn people though too, because the barn people are not, right? They're not doing their stuff very fast. Yeah, so they only produce 16 flax stock. Yeah, I mean we could go faster. We might do that. We might do that next episode. I might bring in another family. Another family of farmers. I don't know where I'm going to put their house, though. Maybe we could fit a house right here by the barn? What did I name it? Just farm? Okay. Let's do that. We'll get him in over here. Because, yeah, I feel like we pretty much used this area up. All right, who's homeless? Who is homeless? You. Oh, and she's pregnant. All right, so they're both there now. They're gonna like this house way more. That'll make them happy. Oh shoot! Let me name it quick before we forget. Oh, this might be perfect. It's just starting to get dark. We're gonna put up that last light and see how that looks over there. All right, so we got that labeled. We knock this crap down. Yeah, I mean, I could probably move the barn over a little bit if I wanted to and put a house here. It wouldn't be like I don't know, living next to a barn, but you're kind of living in, right on the river here. I mean, I feel like that'd be pretty sweet. I wouldn't complain. All right, let me all this fancy stuff back here. All right. Just out of curiosity. Oh man, we can almost, yeah, on the water. See, I can almost fit one there anyways. I mean, we could really go next to that barn. So yeah, we could, if we want, we could probably move that barn over a little bit, give them some more room, and we could probably put a house there. Not seeing anywhere else I would want. I mean, I could pull in there, but I think that'd look weird. Probably put one here. This might not be a bad spot. Yeah, let's say right here might not be a bad spot either. Just like right there. I know it kind of doesn't give them much of a yard, but maybe like right there. And then we could have a road that kind of comes along the clay here. Yeah, kind of like that idea. Kind of like it. All right, let's see if our people made, before we go today. See if our people made that last bit of wool. We can get that last light up, and then we can see how this looks. Oh, look at everyone enjoying the new area over here. Except this place, they're like, why is there no light here? Oh, yep, there we go. And then just give me that right about there. Put it in the middle. Boom. Yes. Ah. All right. Well, there she is. So yeah, let me know what you think. If you got any cool ideas. I really like the idea of just like sitting right here, just kind of watching the water. Right.
I know not every
So,
marriage is built
yeah, let me
on
know what you think.
love,
A
but
couple
this
builds
one
here,
is
some pretty easy stuff, but I feel like, once the whole village has just something along these lines, something up, something simple, I think it makes it look nice. So, if you got any cool ideas, let me know. Otherwise, in the meantime, check out the link for the Discord in the description. A lot of fun stuff going on over there. Otherwise, with all that being said, hope you enjoyed
Hail to
today's
the
episode.
king!
Go out there and be a good person. It's not that hard. And I will see you on the next one.